Hello and welcome to Azur Lane Meta. If after this video you want to help support the channel, please check out my affiliate store at kit.co/AzurLaneMeta. Today we are going to be talking about fighter planes. Yes, and more specifically the anti-air guns on those fighter planes. Many players recently have noticed some interesting changes to the way that anti-air guns on their fighter planes have changed over time. More or less, they've been buffed in certain circumstances. It's to the point that for 13.4, some players are electing to use the Messerschmitt ME. Literally, the Messerschmitt ME to gain an advantage and decrease the amount of oil they need to make in their 13.4 runs. And that is because there has been an increase in the amount of damage that AA guns can perform, which allows them to provide more protection. This isn't a huge error because it really only applies to endgame content where anti-air against mobs and mobs of planes matters. In fact, for a while, we didn't even know it was a bug. We thought it potentially could have been a buff to help newer players maybe clear Chapter 12 and 13, and we really didn't know exactly how it worked. And it's been around for a little bit, but there hasn't been much notoriety about it because, once again, the players that are already there don't really need it, and the players that need it aren't really to the point where they can even use it. Enter the Shiden Kai plane, which is one of the newest fighter planes from the recent event. You can still get it, and we got some problems. This plane right off the bat had already had a lot of controversy. The Wikipedia and the in-game gear readout had listed different weapon loadouts for the plane that made quite a bit of difference. When a data mine confirmed that the plane in-game in fact acted like the Wikipedia, we had some concerns about there being a translation error. Of course, this last event had a few of those in Suzuki and Ki. So we scruffed it off to maybe it just being another translation error. And if it is a translation error and the way that it does act in the game, well, it becomes the best anti-air fighter by a long shot. Just look at these numbers. It is so much better above everything else. And it gets to keep its two 500-pound bombs, which is the surface damage standard for gold fighter planes. So now we had a lot of crazy people farming the crap out of this plane because of the potential for it to be meta. So we submitted it to Yostar, and on their bug Trello account, they have actually confirmed that it is a bug, but with medium priority. So we didn't know what would come out of that. We didn't know exactly how they were going to fix it, but basically the short end is when they launch a plane that is enhanced, changes its weapon armament for the better, making it absolutely insane. If you want to see an example of this, watch this PvP battle where this person has equipped a Shiden Kai onto Enterprise and has them instant kill enemy airplanes. Now, mind you, in PvP, plane health is 4 times normal. This is 4 times normal, and they'll still instant killing basically these planes. That is how powerful the two bugs combined are. So I typically don't like showing and sharing bugs, but yesterday we got a patch notes from China that is confirming how their game is being updated. We don't know what our patch notes look like, but I assume it will be similar. If you want to see those, I have them on my Twitter. Well, in those patch notes, we have 2 lines that I want to particularly take a look at. And the first one says that the Shiden Kai, which has an issue on launch, is a bug and it's going to be fixed on the next update on October 1st. Also, it says there has been some errors in damage calculation for the anti-air guns of fighter planes, and that they're going to also patch that. So this is meaning that they have confirmed that this is a bug and that it will be fixed. So there's no abusing this. That's one of the reasons why I don't feel bad disseminating this particularly, and just let you guys know that this bug will be fixed. And if you don't grind the Shiden, you are not going to be completely at a loss. The Shiden is still a good plane. It's like a Japanese Wildcat, but it is still probably going to be worse than other planes after it gets nerfed. Although right now it's pretty close up there with being the best plane. And that's probably a good thing. This plane was nuts to grind. I can tell you from personal experience, it is a total, you gotta have 15 prints, and these prints are not easy to come by. I can tell you that. It's a lot of oil. So I'm happy that they're going to be fixing these 2 bugs come tomorrow. tomorrow night. So don't worry about that, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you ever want to get information on the fly, you can follow my Twitter. You can also join my Discord at discord.gg/Azur Lane Meta. You can get the most up-to-date help and information to make your fleets the most competitive.